Right, Anthony here from Bear Essentials, and today we're going to talk axe. Not axes, axe. We will talk about the wood equipment I use if I go serious camping, the chainsaws and all that nonsense. But this is my main camping axe. So when I go to a campsite, then I tend to take this with me. Very useful. This is fairly sharp. This is sharp as a knife. So it can double up as a knife if I've forgotten a knife or something. But it's very small. It's made by a company in America. This is a very old axe, by the way. It was made by a company called Plumb. I don't think they exist anymore. This was the original, I believe this was the original hunting hatchet, or the hunting axe that they brought out. It's got this, when I rehung it, it's got this funny, I don't know if you can see there, this metal rivet or whatever has gone through there and then been peined back flat. So I had to draw that out and put a new one in. This is basically just, it was a 4-inch nail that I put in there. That was a softish metal, just to bring it back to its previous, and I hung it with some hickory, which was reclaimed from an old handle of my bigger axe. And this basically just doubles up as my hammer and my small axe for splitting logs. Small logs, not massive logs. I'm talking about something that's about this thick. Mainly I use this for splitting the small logs in the canvas tent. One in winter when I have the frontier stove going. I also use this with a canvas tent for the pegs. Now the pegs is rebar, or a thinner rebar. They're literally really thick tent pegs, or pen, or whatever you want to call them. And when you put them in, I think they're 12 inches. You need to hammer them if the soil is hard, and this comes in very useful. Now I have a mallet for that as well, or a hammer to do it with, but I tend to use the axe mostly. Very sharp, so I can cut things with it. I could do a bit of chopping. Very useful to have. I can actually use this also on my fire steel. I think I've put my fire steel away now, but yeah, I use this for carving as well. It's got this little bit there where my hand just fits in, and it gives me really precise control of when I'm carving small stuff. If you're into spoon making and you want to get a rough shape of it, this is brilliant. And for other stuff, for carving other stuff to hang your clothes on, or to hang your pots over the fire or whatever, this is just as good for doing very light and small jobs. So that's it for my axe this week. Really, the only other thing I have is this has got a coating of boiled linseed oil over it, so that stops my axe head from rusting, and it's also very good for conditioning the wood. But yeah, that's basically it on axes. Again, safety on these, be careful how you swing it. I will do, once the weather is better, I'll show you a video on how to swing these things in a safe and controlled manner, so you don't end up getting these things lodged in your feet or your legs, or anywhere else for that matter. It's very useful to have an axe when you go camping. So this is another Bear Essential in my book. Thank you very much for joining this episode, or this video. We will see what we talk about next week or so on, and we will take it from there.